Hello, Airmen Guardians and families. Welcome to the new Legal Assistance video series on dispute resolutions in special education. I do hope that you had an opportunity to view our introduction to the series, but if you have not, let me provide you with a general idea of what we are going to do in this series. We will discuss some of the common disputes that arise in special education, common resolution options, and the types of information that you will need irrespective of what avenue you choose. In this video, let us discuss the IEP meeting as a venue for resolving disputes with your child's school. You can meet with your child's IEP team and talk about your concerns, but if that doesn't work, there are some other options to pursue, such as filing a state complaint, requesting mediation, due process proceedings, or court appeals. We will discuss each of these with you in individual videos, but right now, walk with me through the IEP meeting as your first option. IEP meetings can sometimes be stressful experiences, ranging from very amicable encounters to causing severe amounts of stress. Nonetheless, my recommended approach is that you always start by gathering the necessary parties to have conversations about your concerns. You may want to start by having a conversation with your child's teacher, or your school's special education director, a principal, or anyone who you believe might be able to answer your questions, fill in gaps of information, or work with you towards appropriate solutions for your child. Entertain different ideas and be creative when thinking about solutions. And remember that under the law, the school is not obligated to provide what is best for your child, but what is appropriate within the context of your child's unique needs. Write down your thoughts and concerns. Do this both pre and post your meetings with the IEP team so that you are very clear and composed whether or not their meeting remains very friendly. You may recall from my prior series on the anatomy of an IEP that there are various types of IEP meetings. Generally, there is an IEP meeting during the eligibility determination process. There will be annual reviews, and your child's IEP will be reviewed triannually. In fact, there will be triannual assessments. But sometimes you just want to gather the IEP team because you have a concern. Perhaps you would like to request a modification or clarification on the services that are being offered to your child. This fits well within the context of the resolution options we are discussing. My recommendation is that you try to address any of your concerns at this level with the team first. As a team, you can make amendments when needed. Military families move often. This means you may be transferring IEP services from one school to another. An IEP meeting should be held within 30 calendar days of your transfer to a new school in order to discuss placement options. Knowing when IEP meetings should occur can not only help you to avoid conflict with your schools, but these meetings are also opportunities to address any outstanding concerns that you may have about your child's education. Sometimes you may have a concern that is disciplinary in nature. You may believe that your child's distracted behaviors at school are a manifestation of their disability. In this case, there should be an IEP meeting called a Manifestation Determination Review, in which the team will evaluate how the concerning behaviors are related to the disability and determine how to address them, both in terms of consequences and possible IEP modifications going forward. So, many things can be accomplished during IEP meetings. And if you are able to resolve your concerns at an IEP meeting, this is probably the best case scenario. Here are some ideas of times that you might request an IEP meeting. Perhaps you believe a change in an IEP is appropriate. Or you may want to have your child reevaluated or additional evaluations conducted. You may have questions regarding your child's academic progress or placement. Sometimes you may want to request training. Certainly, parental training is something that can be provided for within an IEP. If your school is failing to provide FAPE, you may be wanting to discuss private school tuition reimbursements or other cost reimbursements that are related to the failure of the school to provide appropriate services and accommodations. One refresher point. There are mandatory members of an IEP team. It is important to have all mandatory members present at the table during your IEP meeting so that you have a greater likelihood of resolution. In preparation for your IEP meeting, write down your thoughts and goals and visit your local JA who can help you to coin the right legal language to get your school to act. Attorneys can also help you to understand your parental rights, review your child's IEP, discuss your concerns regarding transfers, and further discuss resolutions and remedies. To find your local legal assistance office, just scan the QR code on your screen. I look forward to sharing more information with you as we continue through the series.